Is early in the morning. I didn't get much sleep last night, honestly. And I've been trying to quit so many things all at once. Coffee, nicotine, kratom, pornography, all kinds of shit. And it's not easy, to say the least. It's not easy. But in this video, I wanted to talk about kratom and why I wish I'd never started taking that shit. It was about to ruin my life, and I could see that. And I threw it away. Like, I threw a whole bunch of it away because I was starting to take like 5 grams every day, and I just wish that I'd never started taking it, because if you don't know what it is, like if you're wondering like what is kratom, it's legal, and you can get it at smoke shops anywhere basically, at a smoke shop. And it's this green powder that you take, and basically gives you the same effects as a painkiller or like opioids. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I'll never be addicted to this shit. I'll never start taking more than I am taking at first, which was like 2 grams or whatever. And like, as the years went on, I started taking way more than I should have. And I remember also thinking, like, I'll never take painkillers, like actual painkillers, or drink lean or do like hardcore shit. But the more my what do you call it, tolerance went up, the more I started thinking, like, I think I might start taking pills, or like I think I might start, doing harder shit. And then that kind of like freaked me out, because it's like I sort of switched up on myself, and like, I kind of like stabbed myself in the back, almost, like, hypothetically speaking or whatever. But like, the main reason why I decided to quit kratom was probably just a number of things that were accumulating. But I feel like my personality changed after I started taking it more often, because it was a good thing and a bad thing. Like, there was the good and the bad and the terrible. But I really wish that it wasn't so bad as it was, because it helped with my anxiety for sure. Like, my anxiety was completely gone every time I took it, and it would last the whole day. But as it would wear off, or even during the high, I would get really irritable and angry. And I'm not an angry person typically. Like, it actually takes a lot for me to get angry. But that really scared me, because it was like, who am I? Like, I didn't know who I was. I started becoming like a monster, and I've lost friends because of it, and I've hurt people, like, mentally or emotionally, because of how I reacted. And it hurts me more than anybody, I'm sure, because at the end of the day, I'm all alone, and that is the price I pay for taking kratom every day, and like depending on it and how it reacts with my body. Like, once I started to realize that, I just thought, like, to myself, like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I taking this shit? Because it's obviously making my problems worse. And I just decided to go cold turkey, and it's been, I don't know how long, but I'd say like probably 3 or 4 days, I think, but I have no idea. And I've put coffee down too. I've been trying to stay away from coffee because from what I know, it's like actually related to kratom as well. Like I think they're cousins. Like the plants both have like similar properties, but if you take more kratom, you feel like sedated. But if you take a lot of coffee, like obviously you feel jittery and like you're on meth almost, like. But that has been easy. That has been really easy to just, cause it's like I'm 23 years old, and whenever I first started like watching porn and all that, I was 11. And so when you're 11, you don't really understand, you're not really in tune with your body and like your mind and spirit. You don't really understand what you're doing to yourself until it's too late, which is now. And now I'm like starting to, like at 23, I'm starting to like realize, like if I take something like, let's say alcohol, because I don't really drink because of this same situation with kratom. It gives me the same effects as alcohol. And let's say if I was to take something like that, like right now, I can watch the timeline like in real time, like be conscious of every decision I make and be like, oh yeah, I remember that time I took it and I fucking threw up, or I passed out and when I woke up I felt terrible, or that one time I blacked out and I like had some kind of episode. But when you're a kid, you don't realize that, and that's why it's been easy for me, I think, to quit kratom. But I'm not sure how this coffee thing is gonna go. I'm really nervous about it because I've been drinking coffee probably a little bit after like I think I was like 13 when I started drinking coffee, but I'm having like cravings to drink coffee this morning because I don't think I got more than 2 hours last night of sleep. But yeah, man, kratom is no good. I don't think it's like a good idea to take it every day. And if you say that you're okay with it, taking it every day, and still saying like it's helping you with anxiety, I think you might be lying to yourself, possibly, because I definitely got there. I definitely got to that point where I was like, it's fine, like I'm gonna be okay. But everything just started to get flushed down the drain. Like it was just terrible at the end of my experience with kratom addiction. I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but I would say that I was starting to be really drawn in and like pulled into that black hole of almost being like, oh my god, I have to take opioids every day now because I love this feeling too much, and if I don't have this feeling, I'm not going to be able to function throughout my day. Like that is what I was turning away from, and I'm so glad that I did. Another thing is nicotine, like vaping and shit. Like once I put that down, I felt really happy about that decision, but I still find it from other people that have cigarettes or anything, and I can't help myself at those points. But it just feels good to like put something down and say like, okay, I'm gonna turn around and do better. But it's just one step at a time, and it can get tough, but I know if I keep going, I'll make it through to the other side for sure. But yeah, kratom addiction is terrible. Anyways, thank you for watching, and hope y'all have a good day.